John Paval. Hello, I'm with Access Arts Live, and I'm here to bring you the weekend update for the weekend of September 6th to September 8th. We have classic music from the old world, or what Americans call the old world, Europe. Very avant-garde, very new music from the new world, or what the Europeans used to call the United States, and then a selection of other recitals and orchestral music coming up for you this weekend. So let's get right down to what we have coming up with. The first concert. First of all, I want to say this has been an amazing week already. We have had the Chopin Institute live streaming Marc-André Hamelin in a piano recital, which was terrific. I mean, the guy is technically just exquisite. Then the Bergen Philharmonic Orchestra with Sir Mark Elder, who has just retired from being the esteemed conductor of the Halle Orchestra. They made a big deal about it at the BBC Proms, and doing a concerto for two pianos by Poulenc with the Houston brothers, Lucas and Arthur, those phenomenal brothers from the Netherlands, on the pianos. Then we had Composers Concordance live streaming the album release of Gene Pritzker's new album with Sound Liberation, which is on a whole other end of the scale, and the Truro Cathedral live stream on Thursday in the afternoon. And then earlier today, we gave you a special heads up about that. Stage Plus was live streaming the Hong Kong Phil's opening concert with that star violinist from Sweden, Daniel Lozakovich. So, and now we're on to Friday evening in Europe, which is going to be, daytime in the U.S. Stage Plus gives you a second live stream today. And bear in mind, these live streams, in order to get them from Stage Plus, the minimum you got to do is pay €9.90 or $11. But this is already 2 live streams today. There were 2 last week. There's going to be more coming up through the month of September. By the time you're done with September, if you get that, now I don't get any money from Stage Plus for this, but the actual cost per live stream for you is going to be something like $1.50 or something by the time the month is done. Anyway, so this live stream today is coming to you from the Konzerthausorchester, the Concert House Orchestra in Berlin, conducted by Joana Mallwitz, is who I want to tell you about. Now, they're playing music, but they're doing a Dvorak cello concerto in B minor, and that will be that great cellist Shekukane Mason, who's the artist in residence at the Konzerthaus Orchestra in Berlin this year. But we've already told you about him. We'll give you in earlier talks, we'll give you the link to his bio page, and you can check it out to find out just how worth it is to hear Kane Mason play Dvorak's cello concerto. But they're also doing then, before and after that, the Chairman Dances by John Adams and Rachmaninoff's Symphonic Dances, Opus 48. Why? Well, because the conductor, Joana Mallwitz, thinks it's nice to have, upbeat the dance music to start the season. I heartily agree with her. I have a photo of her I want to show you. This is Joana Mallwitz conducting, and she loves it. I mean, she loves it, and she's having fun with it. And I think I just think that's something wonderful. You can't beat that anyway. And you can't see this on Instagram. Unfortunately, you're not getting the live feed directly from our multi-stream platform, and I can't help you with that. But anyway, getting back to Joana Mallwitz, she's a Deutsche Grammophon artist, of course, so that's why the Deutsche Grammophon Stage Plus is the Deutsche Grammophon joint. But this is her second year as the chief conductor and artistic director of this orchestra, which is one of the major Berlin orchestras. She's the first woman ever to take charge of one of them. She's part of this new wave of women conductors whom I love, because they are also ambitious. They're also enthusiastic. They all come charging in, and it's just such fresh air instead of 65-year-old men, just who are great. I mean, they're masters and all of that, but please, can we have some fresh air? So I love this kind of thing. And I read off all of her history and all of that earlier when we did the roundup on Monday. So you can go back to that if you want to find it out. But she's worked with she's done a lot of opera conducting. If you want to know something about her, that is something that you want to know. She's done a lot of opera conducting, which may also be why she loves dance, because when you conduct opera, you often end up conducting ballet. Anyway, that's at, I've been talking too much. That's at 8 o'clock this evening, European time, 2 in the afternoon on the East Coast, and 11 in the morning on the West Coast. So you have plenty of time to get ready for it. It's about 2 hours from now. So rearrange your schedule and check it out, and get that monthly subscription. Anyway, now something completely different, okay? If this kind of stuff doesn't please you. All right, about 7 hours later at 8:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time in the U.S., that's Chicago time, which is 6:30 in the evening on the West Coast and 9:30 in the evening on the East Coast, 2:30 in the morning in Europe, but a lovely 10:30 Saturday morning, tomorrow morning, for those of you who are following us from Australia, Constellation in Chicago is live streaming a concert by the Flannau duo. And we will give you the link both to where you buy the ticket. They want you to buy a $5 ticket to enjoy this concert, which, that's pretty inexpensive. Anyway, but we also give you the separate, there's a link to the YouTube page where they broadcast it. And look for Access Arts Live. We're going to try to stay up late to watch it with you, but we're in Europe, so it'll be like 2:30 in the morning. Anyway, who is Flannau Duo? Well, Flannau Duo is this duo of two guys. I have a picture of them at work, and they claim to be, like a timpani and keyboard duo, but they throw so much into their music, and they're into doing, very, very contemporary, very up to date music. We don't have the full program, but we do know that there'll be premiering works. So this is all fresh. This stuff is just happening now. So they're premiering works by a composer named Hannah, who lists herself as @ComposingHannah on Instagram. All these folks seem to be on Instagram. She describes herself as a composer of alien music, but she's got a doctorate from McGill and an MM and a BM from DePaul. She's a postmodern modernist, is what she says. Anyway, and then also by Andrew McManus, who's a composer who focuses on experimental electroacoustic late romantic music. By Evan Williams, him. Composition professor at Berkeley College, all those academic types, they all have pronouns. And also by Carola Baucholt and Koji Kondo. This is all, if you want to live now, this is happening now. This is now's music. They're also doing a piece called Happy Life by composer Jack E. Langen. I want to read for you what Jack posted about this on Facebook, so you get the full flavor of how this music works, what the mentality is. Langen says, Happy Life re-embraces some of the affective and formal interest of mine during the period prior to 2019, with deeper explorations of duration, memory, and intentional frustration of rhetorical expectations playing a large part of this work. Simultaneously, I've embraced certain musical materials and performative gestures that expand well beyond what has been characteristic of my work before, with the stark, the uncanny, and the uncomfortable being embraced much more readily in this work. So this is what you're in for with these guys. You may think it's eclectic. You may think this is not chamber music, but this is now. This is what's being composed now. Now, for the rest of the weekend, that isn't all that we have. Those are the two big issues that are coming up. The Peabody Institute in just about a half an hour. Yeah, it's 12:30 on the East Coast, 9:30 on the West Coast, and 6:30 in the evening here in Europe, and it's 9 after 6 right now. The Peabody Institute at Johns Hopkins is doing their regular Friday lunchtime live stream, and this time it's their artist diploma recitals. So this will be featuring students from the Peabody Institute's artist diploma program. What is Peabody? Well, it's only the oldest conservatory of music in the United States, so they might know what they're doing. Then at 1 o'clock, there will be the usual live stream from St. Paul's Cathedral in San Diego. That's a half-hour live stream. It's always the same. It's always, we never get the program for it, but that's coming up for you if you're interested in that. Then in the Friday evening, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So similar to the timing of the trio that we've been telling you about, the Kennesaw State University in Georgia, their symphony will be playing Beethoven's Fifth, and they'll be playing selections from Gustav Holst, the planets. They'll be playing Mars, Venus, Uranus, and Jupiter, and that's free of charge. Then on Sunday, I just want to mention Francois Olivier is playing an organ recital at St. Eustache at 5 o'clock. Sarah MacDonald is playing an organ recital at the Eli Cathedral. She's the first Oxbridge Fellow to ever be put in charge of a musical director. She's at Selwyn College in Cambridge. And then Tyler Boehmer will be kicking off the season for the Eccles Organ Festival with his lovely concert called Evening of Prayer. We'll probably do a separate live stream about that on Sunday to keep you up to date. That's what we have for you for this weekend, and I'm so happy I've kept it down to under 15 minutes. We remind you, please add us, follow us on YouTube, if at all possible. We're trying to build up our YouTube followers now, so maybe we can get some chat business going in the chat space there, and on Facebook, if you want to be sure you get notices of, because we put up other notices all during the week, and whenever I find something new and suddenly it's going to be on, I do log on and live stream across our spaces or put up a written notice so you can find out about it. And what is our goal? Our goal is to bring together the enormous audience for the global, for the performing arts that we know is out there. We know there are millions of people who love this kind of stuff, but we only watch it in small groups of hundreds or thousands at the most. And if we can create an online audience, it can be much larger than that. And then just think of the impact that performing arts can have on us all. So that's it for this weekend. For any of these recitals or things where there's a chat box, do log into the chat box and say, thanks, Access Arts Live, for sending us, okay? Because we love to see that. Ciao for now.